football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Rams and the Eagles on Sunday night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. But just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partners, who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. But, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, but they just say, get well. We'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 39 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game. So often,
shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a 1st down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win. Throwing is Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Los Angeles.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
a nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jalen Carter just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Leads to 3rd and 5.
Throwing is Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Complete. Smith has it.
And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' 1st down as he'll take this down to the 22-yard line.
That's good for another Eagles.
He'll drop to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
From the 20, here's a second down and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the Rams' 20-yard line.
They'll run wide side here with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
They'll look to throw here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Eagles first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. Here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Off of play action, here's Stafford.
That one out wide and intercepted. And the Eagles Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy in midfield.
Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now back to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2.
At the 34-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And oh, he coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts.
31 yards.
And the Eagles continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
And the Rams now coming out on the field.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 50, Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, They've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Last week in that wild card win, only 1 catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a first down. To throw is Stafford.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing again is Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Puka Nacua
From 4 yards out.
And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit.
Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Here's Hurts to throw.
Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown.
And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he gets this up past the 40.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Hurts.
He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 36. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The final shot before the break, Stafford.
Throwing left sideline there but it's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Lions are officially ready for the postseason as they finish things at 15-2, a tremendous regular season. We just watched a fine first half out of the mobile quarterback, that's Jalen Hurts. He accounted for 3 touchdowns in that first half, 1 in the air, 2 more on the ground, and he's been electrifying to this point. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Stafford.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Bobby Brown able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Skirts by him at the 35. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Stafford now to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Nolan Smith, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going up top for Kupp. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, LA.
Cooper Kupp,
67 yards.
and the Rams have cut it back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Rams 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And out now come the Eagles.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now inside the 25.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
A.J. Brown
With his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Eagles are able to stretch out their lead.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Throwing is Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Kyron Williams
from 13 yards out.
And the Rams are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last.
There he goes, left side.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith.
74 yards.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
2nd down and 8.
It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Back to throw here.
That is caught on the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Puka Nacua,
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of the guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home is a big deal. But now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was onto it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
And we get a look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
75 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Here's Stafford.
He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It sort of looks like they stalled some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Out of the gun, Stafford.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now it's Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Stafford.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley.
And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
And they will take a knee here. Barkley, inside handoff. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
So 2 down, 1 to go, and this number 2 seed definitely looking to part, and now they sit 1 win away from a Super Bowl appearance.
Yeah, and I know originally they were disappointed not to get the number 1 seed and the bye through to the divisional round. But you know what they're saying right now? Let's just keep rolling. We're in a great spot.
Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.